chillin' Anna, you will hear about the eliminating of the negative and an accent on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Joyful Frugalista, and now here's your host, Serina Bird.
Hello, Frugalistas, and welcome. Tonight I'm going to do some baking, and I'm going to make a crumble, and I'm going to make one with these, which was a gift from a friend this week, an unexpected and lovely gift. Now, I don't know exactly how to pronounce them. Because they're from South America, I think they're pronounced feijoa, but many people in New Zealand and Australia like to call them feijoa, which is probably much easier for me to pronounce, so that's how we're going to pronounce them. They're quite an unusual looking kind of fruit. Some people also call them pineapple guava. And I had them growing in my backyard in my previous house for years, and I didn't actually know what they were. They smell like bubble gum. They taste somewhere between a cross between a kiwi fruit and a strawberry. Or I think they taste a bit like custard apple. And they're delicious. And if you love them, you really love them. But one of the most commonly asked questions is, well, how do I cook with them? And quite easily. So tonight, we are going to make a crumble with some apple to help bulk them out a bit, and some of these feijoa. So first, I've peeled these apples, and I just wanted to show you that in my household, I try not to waste a lot. So I've got these beautiful apples that have come from the Capital and Regional Farmers Market. So they're all locally grown. They were also a gift from a friend, believe it or not. And I'm going to cut up the apples, and the peels and the cores I'm going to keep. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to that and some water, and I'm going to make that into apple cider vinegar because it's nice to reuse everything. And this is my Kogan Thermoblend. Not everyone likes to cook their crumble, the fruit in their crumble first, but I like to. I think it gives a much softer and nicer result, and you don't have to cook the fruit as long. So that's my preference, and that's what I like to do. So I'm just going to cut all of these up. Some people also like to make apple jelly with these leftover apple cores and peels. So it's up to you what you like to use them for, but I like to make vinegar. Now, the feijoa or feijoa, you can in fact eat the skins. A lot of people like to peel them off, but you can eat them. And so in this case, I am going to leave the skins on, and let's see what that looks like. Just going to cut them into some small pieces, and I'm going to add them in as well. This one's a bit bigger. You can see what it looks like. Many of my friends, I asked friends and others on the Joyful Frugalista Facebook group how they like to cook feijoa, and most people said that they like to just eat them as they are. They are such a delicacy. To buy them they're very expensive, and they're often grown in gardens as a hedging plant. So some people have them growing in their gardens without even realizing what they are, how delicious they are, how incredibly good for you they are, and also just how expensive they are. So I've chopped up my feijoa and I've put them in my Thermomix. You can use a saucepan or you can microwave, but I find this very quick. I've put the lid on, and I'm going to put them on, I guess, about 5 minutes, about, say 95, and just lightly chop them a little bit. So now the apple and feijoa has cooked for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to take it out and let's have a look and see what it's like. So it smells delicious. And like I said, you don't have to do this. Some people like something that is less smooth and prefer something that is more textured. But I like that sort of really soft fruit in a crumble. That's my personal preference. And it smells fantastic. It really does. Sort of like roses, that bubblegummy scent, which I know some people say is not a winner for them, but I personally really like it. Just very, very sweet and very, very interesting. So let's smooth that over. And now let's make the crumble topping. So in this I've got about 60 grams of plain flour, 40 grams of rolled oats and 20 grams of desiccated coconut. And to that I've got 60 grams of sugar. So I'm going to mix that all together. And this is 60 grams of butter. So different people have different ingredients for a crumble topping. For some people it's just pretty much plain flour, sugar and butter. But I really love the oats. To me, a crumble is not a crumble without oats. And sometimes I even use muesli. If I've got a nice muesli blend that I like, I find that it's fabulous. So there we have, the butter is all combined in with the flour, the rolled oats and the coconut, and now we are going to sprinkle it on top of the fruit. I do like a nice crumble topping. It's one thing that I don't like being too mingy about. Now I've preheated the oven to about 170 degrees and I'm going to put this in now and bake it. And now the moment of truth, time to take the crumble out of the oven. It's been in there for about 15 minutes. And look at that. It's beautiful. So I'm going to serve it up, making sure I've got lots of that lovely topping. I can hear it all just sizzling away. Now for this one, I'm going to top it with some dollop of thick cream. Usually though in our family we like to serve this with custard. Lots of lovely custard or some ice cream. But this time we're going to serve it with some cream, which will melt into it and make it all lovely. I think I'm going to try some. It smells so good. I don't think I can wait till dessert. So it's both homely and yet there's something really exotic and really interesting about it. I think I need another one just to make sure. Thank you so much for watching this. If you like it, and I hope you do, please subscribe. Thank you, and until next time, goodbye.
Oh, listen to me, chillin' Anna. You will hear about the eliminating of the negative and an accent on a positive.
Gather round me, children, if you're willing, and sit tight while I start reviewing the attitude of doing right.
You gotta accentuate the positive element. eliminate the negative. Latch on to the affirmative.